Let's be honest for a moment. We probably looked at our phones 3 times in the last hour. Maybe we checked Instagram while eating breakfast. Maybe we watched TikTok videos while waiting somewhere. And right now, part of us is thinking about our messages. Welcome to Coffee English, where we accept reality and work with it. We're not here to make you feel bad about using your phone. We won't pretend that strong willpower alone will fix everything. Instead, we want to explore something exciting. What if the things we already do on our phones could help us learn English? Today, we'll learn how smart English students stopped fighting their phone habits. Instead, they started using them to help their English. We'll discover why digital content keeps our attention so well. Then we'll see how to use that same attention power for English learning. Remember this important thing. Every person who speaks English well started exactly where we are now. Maybe our phone time is the key to getting there. Here's something interesting that most people don't know. Social media companies spend billions of dollars to understand how people think. They hire smart people who study the brain and behavior. They want to make their apps impossible to stop using. Every swipe, every notification, every video you see is designed to keep you interested. But here's the cool part. The same things that make social media so interesting can make English learning exciting too. We need to understand what our brain really wants when we pick up our phone. Then we give it the same good feeling through English content. Our brain doesn't really want to scroll without thinking. What our brain actually wants is new things to see, connection with other people, small wins and progress, and entertainment that's fun. These are exactly the same things that make language learning work well. Before we change anything, let's understand what really happens when we use our phones. Most of us think we're just wasting time. But actually, we're doing something normal and human. We look at social media because we want to connect with people and learn new things. We play games because we want to achieve something and feel like we're getting better. We watch videos because we want fun and learning. These wants are totally normal and good. The issue is that we're doing all of this in our first language instead of English. Every minute we spend reading content in our native language is a missed chance to be around English in a natural way. Think about this for a minute. How much time do we spend reading posts, watching videos, and taking in information every day? What if half of that content was in English? We wouldn't need extra time to learn English. We'd learn English while doing exactly what we want to do anyway. Learning without trying hard happens when we take in language without forcing ourselves to study. When we look at English content, our brain processes new words, grammar, and culture without us trying to memorize anything. This is how babies learn their first language, and it works really well for adults learning English too. The magic part is getting English content that's a little bit above our level but still makes sense. When we see this kind of content regularly, our brain naturally starts to recognize English patterns. Let's start with something easy but powerful. Change your phone's language to English. This one simple step makes every notification, every menu, and every system message into a small English lesson. We'll learn useful words that we see every day, like battery low, new message, or update available. Think about this. Understanding English as easily as we understand our phone's messages. That's how powerful this method can be. Our social media feeds are really smart because they show us content based on what we like. Instead of fighting this system, let's use it to help our English learning. Start following English accounts about things you love. If you like cooking, follow English cooking pages. If you love sports, find English sports accounts. This works great because we're not forcing ourselves to study English about boring stuff. We're learning English about things we actually care about. This helps us remember new words better and makes learning fun. When we see cooking words in English, we remember them because we really like cooking. Here's how to make the change slowly. Start with about 20% English content mixed with your normal posts. Your brain will get used to processing English naturally. When you feel comfortable, you can add more English content. After some time, your social media becomes an English learning space that doesn't feel like studying. Let me tell you about one student's success. She told me she learned more useful English words from watching English makeup videos than from 2 years of English classes. Why? Because she loved makeup, so the English words connected to something she really cared about. Video games work really well for language learning because they give us context, repetition, and quick feedback. When we play games in English, we learn words through action, not just memorization. Words like inventory, quest, achievement, and level up become part of our everyday English vocabulary easily because we use them in real situations. Choose games that match your English level and interests. Story games give good context that helps understanding. Strategy games teach planning words. Social games let you talk with English speakers from around the world. Now let's talk about changing how you watch things. Netflix, YouTube, and TikTok can become great learning tools with simple changes. Start watching content with English subtitles, even if the sound is in your native language. Your brain starts connecting written English with meaning. Slowly move to English sound with English subtitles, then later to English sound without subtitles. The magic happens when we choose content we'd want to watch anyway. Comedy, sports, music, shows about our interests. Learning happens naturally when we're having fun. Instead of thinking about notifications as interruptions, let's make them into learning chances. Get apps that send you an English word every day, English news summaries, and daily English tips. Set your podcast apps to automatically download English shows. Change your weather app to show forecasts in English. This creates what experts call smart environment design. Instead of depending only on willpower to study English, our environment gives us English input all the time. Every time we check our phone, we see English in a natural, easy way. Today's phrase perfectly shows modern learning. The phrase is, going down the rabbit hole. It means becoming very interested in an activity, especially looking at online content. The phrase comes from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, where Alice falls down a rabbit hole into an interesting new world full of discoveries. In our digital world, going down the rabbit hole usually means starting with one video or article. Then, hours later, we've looked at dozens of related things. Many people think this is bad and a waste of time. But when we go down English rabbit holes, this behavior becomes really valuable for language learning. When we follow our curiosity down an English rabbit hole about something we love, we get huge amounts of good English input. We see the same words and ideas from different angles. We experience English in its natural, connected way instead of as separate textbook lessons. The key is choosing our rabbit holes on purpose. Instead of scrolling randomly, we decide to explore a specific topic we like in English. We let our natural curiosity guide us through English content about that subject. This way, our natural habit of looking at digital content becomes a smart learning method. Your phone time isn't something that needs fixing. It's a chance waiting to be used. Your digital habits aren't bad things that need to be stopped. They're powerful natural behaviors that can help reach your English learning goals. The most successful English learners today aren't people who stop using technology. They're people who smoothly add English learning into their existing digital life. They don't fight against their natural habits. They work with them in a smart way. This week, try making one simple change to your digital environment. Choose whatever feels easiest and most appealing. You might change your phone's language to English. You could follow 5 English accounts about your interests. Maybe watch one English video with subtitles instead of content in your native language. Notice how different this feels compared to traditional studying. We're not sitting at desks with textbooks. We're not forcing ourselves through boring exercises. We're learning English while doing exactly what we naturally want to do. Here's something to remember. Every small change builds up over time. Today's 5-minute English scroll becomes the foundation for tomorrow's confident conversation. Your relationship with technology doesn't need to create stress. It can become your strongest partner in learning English. Every scroll, every swipe, every moment you spend with your phone can help your language goals in a meaningful way. We live in a digital world, and your English learning should fit with your digital life. Instead of fighting against your natural habits, you can learn to use them toward fluency. Your phone habits aren't problems to solve. They're resources to use wisely. Your English change can start right now. You have everything you need right in your hands. You have curiosity, technology, and now you have a clear plan. The question is simple. Are you ready to change your screen time into English time? Thank you for spending this time with Coffee English today. Remember, your path to English fluency doesn't have to look like traditional studying. It can look exactly like your normal digital life, just with more English added. Before we finish today, here's what to do. Save this episode so you can listen again. Share it with someone who might like this idea. Your English journey is going well, and we're here to support every scroll, every swipe, every moment of discovery and progress. Until next time, keep scrolling with purpose, keep learning naturally, and keep changing your digital habits into English superpowers.